Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again. A simple man diagnosed with NPD, trying to tell you about the things that go on in my head and clear up some of the misconceptions regarding my disorder. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, but keep in mind I'm no clinician, I can only speak to my own experiences. So anyways, we're talking about smear campaigns today. Ooh, fun one, right? Now, obviously not just people with NPD enacting these, but we are way more likely to when we feel slighted in some way. The first thing I want to point out is when, the circumstances that lead to a smear campaign are going to determine how severe it is, but usually you can kind of expect quite a significant retaliation unless we recognize that the things that we did in it were so obviously one-sided and our fault that even talking about it isn't going to be beneficial. One of the more important things to recognize when you're trying to deal with something like this too is the best thing you can do is not to engage, because for most people, when you are in a relationship with somebody, even if they do hurt you during it, you don't hate them, at least immediately, right? You still have tender feelings towards these people. However, for somebody with NPD, if we perceive that somebody has betrayed us, we're essentially going to paint you black. As in black and white thinking, obviously, not literally. That'd be weird. So we can only see you in a negative light at this point. So when we engage in a smear campaign like this, one, we think you're going to do it to us first if we don't basically beat you to the punch. And two, we believe everything we're saying, and if we are telling lies, we believe that you deserve the actions that we're doing against you because you hurt us so bad. And whether or not that's true is situational. But it's important to realize that the reason this can get so relentless and why we just will not give it up and we try so hard to convince people of how bad you are is because we believe that you are. We can literally not see what any of your good traits are in that moment, and we do actually hate you. So we're stopping at nothing to make sure everybody knows how you betrayed us and how hurt we are, etc., etc. Of course, there are people, some people with NPD who are going to be a little bit more, careful about it. But going on, how do you deal with this? Well, the most important thing is you can't get sucked into the drama like that, right? What I advise somebody in the comment section when they asked about this, I said you should say something along the lines of oh, he has things that he needs to work out and shit, but I still wish him the best, yada yada yada. And this is only if it's people who know him personally. If you need to vent to somebody about the hurt that you went through, I encourage that 100%, unless they are mutual friends with the person with NPD. But by kind of killing them with kindness, so to speak, to the people who are mutual friends, they're going to hear the person with NPD going off about you and being completely emotionally dysregulated and sounding a little bit crazy. And if you react like that, calm, and be that's not really how he sees things, a little bit differently than I did. I don't really agree with his perception of things, but still wish him the best. I have no hard feelings. Well, maybe you do have hard feelings. It's but I would say something I want to forgive him and stuff like that. Be very calm and collected about it, because the juxtaposition between that and just the savagery that somebody like me is going to be saying is going to make people think, oh, maybe that guy's a little nuts. Again, I do encourage people that if it was particularly bad, including abuse, go talk to a therapist. If it was just kind of a shitty relationship, please talk to people about it. I mean, go to therapy no matter what. But this kind of goes in line with a common thing that I say, which is there isn't a point in trying to beat us at our own game, right? One, we're way more relentless because we're self-destructive and we're kind of been doing this our entire lives. We know how to operate stuff like this. But also just because getting sucked in a drama like that isn't going to do you any favors. It's just going to make you stressed out, just going to make you paranoid if you're so invested in convincing everybody. And I also say that if somebody is willing to believe somebody with NPD who you guys went through a breakup, whatever, obviously it wasn't pretty, if they're not even willing to hear your side of things and just automatically assume whatever the hell the other person is saying is true, I think that shows some of the true colors of these people. And again, and especially if like you do say things like that and you get back to him, then fuck that dude. Whatever. Those guys are shitty. The another thing is this was important. Oh yeah, if you like killing with kindness, so to speak. Because again, people with NPD, they believe that if you aren't in our lives, then you hate us, basically. If we had a falling out or whatever. And if he's hearing things like that, it may make him take a step back and think, maybe I misjudged the situation. Assuming, because there's a good chance he's going to hear that and assume that you're manipulating people in a very like calculated way like that by making you look like better and saintly and everything. There's a good chance of that happening, but then if he tries to tell people, oh, that's what this person is doing, he's going to look even more insane. Obviously, am I encouraging people to manipulate? No, I'm not. This is self-defense. Yeah, but yeah. So, and again, like it won't. Don't expect it to let up anytime soon until it's kind of either he's satisfied with whatever the results of it are, or until he just kind of forgets about it and gets bored or something else comes up in his life. Because it's going to keep going. Again, it will just become a war of attrition. One that you won't win because even if you are engaging in something like this, you're conscious and like and your morality, this is against like all of your morality and stuff, and eventually that's going to wear you down. You're going to be able to, that's going to like just kind of kill you spiritually, physically, and mentally. Wow, it's just another day for him. It's just normal because for me at least, every time that I have felt betrayed by somebody to the point that I've had to shit talk them, I've never not felt just. To me, I've always been like, this is enacting justice. Like, this person hurt me, and like I can't let him get away with that. And also, he deserves this because he hurt me so bad. Like, I did all these things for him, and he betrayed me. I need to go show him that he can't just do that. He deserves whatever he gets from me. And obviously, that's not an accurate take on things, but it's universal like that. And some of the things that I perceive to have been a betrayal, I could look back and say, well, it wasn't. But it takes a long time for me to recognize that. Maybe, and like, I'm not sure if somebody wasn't aware, if they would be able to recognize that in the future. Hopefully they would be able to. I can think back, I'm trying to think back to when I was like less aware, and if I eventually had like kind of realized like, man, that was shitty, I shouldn't have done that. And I'm having a hard time thinking of one. But yeah, it's different nowadays, obviously, because I'm constantly questioning everything I think and do. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say on that. I can't really think of anything else. A little short video today. Anyways, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe and crap. There wasn't much to say on this one. It's just, you can't get engaged. You can't be pulled down into a game like that. That's just so dramatic and just full of drama and crap. Anyways, hope you all have a good day.